Okay, thank you guys for watching this episode of Atlantic Ocean Watch. We're here in my hometown of Norfolk, Virginia, and we're going to unbox this Oceanaut timepiece for you guys. You'll see some technical information pop up on the screen. Credit to Amazon for that technical information. It pops up on the screen because that's where I got the watch from. So the watch has a mineral glass crystal. I know for some of you, you prefer sapphire, but considering how much this watch cost, not a problem, as we showed you guys the warranty and instructions card for Oceanaut, and there's some information for contacting them, Instagram, Facebook, and so forth, if you need to. First impressions out of the box, the watch looks better in person than it does on the Amazon app. So the watch looks great as we sit in front of Battleship, Wisconsin, in my hometown of Norfolk, Virginia, at Nautical. So you can see the Tange buckle there with Oceanaut engraved into it. Silicone strap on the timepiece with two keepers, and if you have small wrists like me, plenty of holes. If you have a small wrist or bigger wrist, you can see me compare it now to the Nautica timepiece I reviewed in my last video. I'll leave a link to that in the description. So a side-by-side comparison of the Nautica timepiece and the Oceanaut timepiece. And there's the Oceanaut timepiece now on my wrist. I like it. It looks pretty good. Setting the time and date, no problem. You know, pretty simple. Pull out the crown, set the time, put it out, set the date. I noticed that when the date flips over in the date window, that the date flips over very close to midnight, whereas other watches tend to flip over about 15 minutes or so, or start flipping over about 15 minutes before midnight. This one does it pretty much at midnight, and the date window, while small, actually not that difficult to read, but it is kind of small, so if you have vision problems, that might give you a slight difficulty, but for me, it was easy to read the date window. It is a stainless steel case on the timepiece. And there is pretty much just some polishing and some brushing on the timepiece. I like the styling of it. It looks pretty good. I'm trying to figure out in my head right now if I like this one or the Nautical one I showed you guys in the last video more. I haven't made up my mind about that. Finish watching this video, let me know what you guys think about that. I don't know, this one's kind of grown on me. The Nautical one I definitely like, but this Oceanaut feels great as we sit by the dock of the bay in downtown Norfolk near Waterside. Then here's a comparison of several of the Nautical watches. My Skagen Fisk, the Nautical watch I just reviewed, the Oceanaut reviewing now, Invicta Russian Diver, one of them, and of course the Triwa Sub Ocean Plastic I reviewed not too long ago. The Invicta Russian Diver, I think, being the oldest of the Nautical watches that were shown there in that clip. So here we are by the fancy yachts by Waterside in downtown Norfolk, in my hometown. Shout out to Norfolk, Virginia. Go Navy, which I'm a proud, very proud Navy veteran, and very proud Operation Restore Hope veteran. And over the past roughly 3 weeks or so, the watch has been pretty darn comfortable. So again, sorry about the background noise. I have kids, so. But there's Battleship Wisconsin Mighty BB-64 sitting there, and there's a place here showing people who've gotten the Congressional Medal of Honor, Norfolk Trail of Honor. If you're ever in downtown Norfolk near Battleship, Wisconsin, definitely come and check that out. One of the notables here is, of course, General Douglas MacArthur is buried nearby here in the city of Norfolk. And what used to be, according to my mother, my late mother, used to be Norfolk City Hall way back in the day. General Douglas MacArthur and his wife are buried there. So look at the back of Battleship Wisconsin. And again, sorry about the noise you might hear. I have kids. But yeah, the watch is very comfortable as we put it in the water now here at Virginia Beach, where I now live. No ingress problems at all. No fogging on the mineral crystal lens at all. I'm in the water quite a lot during this time of the year. No issues. And right now, as I do this voiceover, I'm trying to decide if I like this watch better or if I like the Nautica timepiece I just reviewed better or not. So we passed some pretty ladies on the beach, Chesapeake Beach. And the 120 click rotating bezel, almost no back play on the rotating bezel. Underwater Night Performance, who also on YouTube gives you guys Underwater Night Performance. The loom, for what it is actually pretty decent above the water, as you can see, and also underwater as well. I wouldn't consider this, like many of the watches I've reviewed, a true dive watch per se, but of course for swimming, snorkeling, shallow diving, things of that nature, as we watch a beautiful storm at Chesapeake Beach, no problem at all with again, ingress or the loom of a watch. Very, very, very nice. I'm going to pick on Triwa, my Triwa Sub Ocean Plastic. Again, I'll leave a link to that video in the description. But Triwa, if you guys get your loom straight, that would help you out a lot. Watch that video about the Triwa Sub Ocean Plastic. I'll leave a link to that in the description. And there's underwater with the underwater creatures, the hermit crabs, and the watch performs no problem. The loom is pretty good. It doesn't last incredibly long, but it's pretty good. Here I am. One of the things I do is I'm a professional driver. I drive motor coaches, tour buses. I used to drive for a former Virginia state senator on a couple of different occasions, and also some wealthy businessmen, but now I just do regular old charter buses. It's one of the things that I do on the side, and I have to be taking a group of people to Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, and the watch, doing my bumper cars here and other stuff, got banged up a little bit, but no major scratches. Today, before I filmed this, there was a slight scuff on the mineral crystal. Wiped it off, it was gone, no problem. Again, I prefer sapphire, as many of you do, but for the price, mineral crystal is working just fine as we watch the legendary Loch Ness Monster at Busch Gardens. So I really like the wave pattern in the kind of off-white dial. If you look real close at the dial, it's like a wave pattern in there. It says Oceanaut. I don't think it's too overdone. It's kind of understated on the dial. And I like the colors. I like the blue. I'm a sucker for blue. Like that locomotive there at Busch Gardens is my favorite locomotive at Busch Gardens because it's blue. don't know. I'm a thing for blue. But here's me in Atlanta, Georgia, doing one of my other gigs, driving a box truck, a non-CDL box truck, but I do drive a box truck for a friend of mine in Hampton Roads that has a successful business that's in multiple states, and I do some work for him sometimes. As we passed Truist Park in the ATL, Marietta, and yeah, pretty cool place there. The Battery, pretty awesome place. Wish I had more time on that trip, but had to take care of business, get things done, and get on back to Virginia. So here you guys see again, the watch got banged up pretty good doing box truck work, and here you can see I see Suffolk doing tour bus work on the side. I have multiple things that I do, and you know, getting banged up, putting luggage in the buses, moving things around for the box trucks, the non-CDL box trucks that I do. You know, here I am at the Outer Banks with another group I took down recently to the Bodie Island Lighthouse, as well as Jeanette's Pier, and another beach right across from Bodie Island's Lighthouse. And yeah, the watch got banged up pretty good, but no problem at all. Jeanette's Pier, beautiful place, Jeanette's Pier, Outer Banks of North Carolina, just down the road from Bodie Island Lighthouse. And this nautical watch fits in just fine with the ocean there, the Atlantic Ocean in North Kakalaka. Got some good sandwiches in there. Good stuff. So I just got some food near Jeanette's Pier. Great food there. Again, watch holding up. This video is over about a 3-week period by the time you guys see this. And it's been underwater, banged up, scratched up, dropped, no problems. I don't have any fancy machines to tell you how fast or slow the watch is, but it's been keeping up fine for what most of us normal Joes want. Back in Hampton Roads, back in the 757 Fort Monroe, Outlook Beach, Hampton, Virginia. Hello, Mr. Krabs. The crabs like to watch. Crabs need watches too, you know. And the watch is held up even to the sea creatures underwater. Beautiful place, Outlook Beach, Fort Monroe, Hampton, Virginia. Now, what criticisms do I have about the watch? It's very minor. I wish it was a sapphire crystal, but again, the mineral crystal is doing just fine. No water ingress at all, none at all. The lume, what the price is great on the timepiece. The strap, I like the blue strap, but it looks more like a tire tread pattern on the strap. I wish it had gone with more like a wavy pattern or sailboats or something on the blue strap, because it's more of a tire tread pattern. If you look at it, it looks almost like one of my Roberto Vianci watches I reviewed way back in the channel now, and that kind of tire tread design. But I think most people probably won't notice that. You see a blue strap with the ocean, you know, and probably won't notice that. But it looks like tire tread. So I wish it had like a wave pattern in the strap. Would be more appropriate since this is a nautical timepiece as we mess around the Battery Urin at Fort Monroe with the big guns. Boom. And yeah, I think that would have been more appropriate than this tire tread kind of pattern on the watch. The other small gripe, I guess, is actually the lume. The lume is pretty good, actually, but I do wish, like many of these watches I've reviewed so far, that the lume was a little bit brighter. But again, I'm nitpicking, you know, because overall the watch is great. And again, I can't decide if I like this one better or the Nautica timepiece I reviewed in my last video better. So, but again, back at Chesapeake Beach, 3-week period of time. There are very minor scratches and dings on the Tange buckle now. It says Oceanaut engraved in it as you mess with the fishies at Chesapeake Beach. But it's so minor, if you wipe it off with microfiber, or even your shirt for that matter, you will hardly even notice it. The watch, like most watches that I own, are smudge magnet, so if that's a problem for you, you want to wipe it off with a microfiber cloth, preferably. But you know, for us average Joes, a t-shirt, whatever, your shirt will do fine. I like the dial. I like the wavy pattern, very subtle. Look at the dial, very subtly in the dial. I like it. I like how the indicators on the chapter ring very well lined up with the rotating bezel, the unidirectional. I'm sorry, the unidirectional rotating bezel. It works great, and I really, you know, I really don't have any major complaints about the timepiece. I do recommend this watch. Put it on your list on your Amazon app. There's me showing my nephew. I'm a Navy CB, a Navy Beachmaster veteran. So my nephew how to do some very basic drywall repair. His brother, my oldest nephew, and one of his younger brothers were messing around and put a hole in the wall at home. So leave it to Uncle to show him and help him fix that wall before his father, my brother, kills him, per se. Figuratively speaking, of course. Kills him, figuratively speaking. And so here's Uncle to the rescue, showing the boy how to do some basic drywall work, so he'll live to see another day. Him and his brother. We still haven't painted it over yet. As of making this, we're going to probably actually repaint that entire hallway with a different color anyway. So maybe I'll do a video in the future, come back and show you guys all that. Again, I apologize about any noise in the background. I have kids, so remember I have a second channel called Virginia Beach Rideshare. If you in the Uber, Lyft, that kind of stuff, check it out. Virginia Beach Rideshare on YouTube. Link in the description. So I've told you guys nitpicking what I don't like, and of course I've told you guys what I do like about the timepiece, and as I said, I can't decide if this is now my favorite timepiece or if the Nautica I reviewed in my last video is my favorite timepiece. My question is, based on what you've seen, or if some of you guys own this timepiece or one of my last video or some of the other ones, which timepiece, nautical timepiece, do you own that you like the best? And this watch, what do you guys think about this watch? Is this something that you would get off of Amazon for yourself or for a loved one or a friend? Go ahead and comment. Let me know what you guys think about that. So, all things considering, while this watch is not perfect, no watch is perfect, I cannot give it any major hits on anything. So I'm going to give the timepiece, as we watch another pretty lady pass by at the beach, I'm going to give a timepiece 5 clocks out of 5 clocks. Because, yes, the tire tread looking thing should be more wavy, more nautical. Yes, sapphire crystal preferred over mineral crystal, but for what it is, what you pay for it, can you really complain about the watch? Being honest, no. I think it's a great watch, and I'm torn between this one and the Nautical I just reviewed. about which one's the best. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching Atlantic Ocean Watch on YouTube. Remember my other channel, Virginia Beach Rideshare. Thank you for listening. Please comment. Let me know what you guys think about the watch, or if you already own the watch, what your experience is with the watch. Because it will help other consumers who might like this watch decide if they want it or not. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be well.